Welcome. In this video I'm going to show you how you can create a butterfly or pyramid or tornado or funnel chart using Microsoft Excel. So these are all names for different types of diagrams, but they have somewhat in common. I'll scroll down quickly so you can see the gist of what we're going to make. Um, the first thing I need is some example data, so that's in columns A and B, and then we create a cross table. So I created the categories of each of the two variables, and then simply using a count ifs. I'm using a semicolon to separate parameters. In your version of Excel, that might have to be changed to a comma. And it's simply counting how often the combination of these two occurs in columns A and B. So for example, there were 7 people who indicated to be male and from Asia or did their secondary school in Asia. Now, for a pyramid or tornado chart, it's actually that the order becomes important of these. So based on the row totals, so that it will actually start to reflect like a funnel or a tornado or like a pyramid. Different names exist. So if you really want, you can actually sort this table by using the sort and by, and then just select the entire table and then indicate that you want to sort on the row totals, which are simply the sums of the rows. If you use at the end A1, it's going to be sorting in ascending. If you use a -1, it's going to be sorting in descending. The rest of the steps is then actually still the same, you're just using different set of data. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make these into negative versions. So for that first column, we'll simply take the same cell, but now with a minus in front of it. The other one just stays the same. Then what we're going to do, the total actually also stays the same, but then we actually select all of the data and go for insert, and then we need a column chart, and we want a 2D column stacked. Probably bar so that we have them horizontally. So that's the first step. So that's what was done over here. Then we adjust the horizontal axis, and that's where things become a little bit tricky. Under the axis options, under number, adjust the format code to 0, 0. So we're going to select, we're going to double click on this one, so it opens up the properties. And under axis options, we should see the format code. Let's see, it's a number, so, and then format code, and we're going to change that to 0 semicolon 0. All right, and we might also want to adjust the maximum, in this case that it's both the same, so in this case both to 20. So let's change this to then also -20, so that they're both actually the same width. All right, so that's this step done. So that gives us, that brings us to the next step, which is what we're going to do in the next step. Double click on the vertical axis, so one of these, and go to the axis options. So we double click on these axis options and add labels. Can we find the label somewhere? Let's see, effects, fill and effects, size and properties. The axis option section at label set label position to low. So we need to find that label position. Let's see, where was it? Oh, axis options, that's the one. And then label position, labels probably, and label position, there we go. We want to set that one to low, so that way they're all on the left hand side. Sorry, it took a little bit longer than expected. Next, we only have some fine tuning to do. We adjust the gap width, things like that. Perhaps add a legend if you like, or a horizontal axis title. So for example, we can change or remove the chart title if you really want to. The gap width, just click on one of them and we should be able to say, well, we want this gap width to be a little bit lower so that the bars actually become somewhat wider. We might even want to go for the chart design and say, well, I also want to have a, on the horizontal, I want it to be clear that these were counts, something like that, and that should give you a nice, decent butterfly chart. Um, if you sorted them, then this, some people will say this is a funnel chart or tornado, because, or if you sorted them the other way around, oh, something went wrong here. Probably selected the wrong table, so let me see. Yeah, this is still including the total. That shouldn't be the case. So we exclude the total, then it should start to look like a more like a pyramid. The same for the other category, and then it's fully done. Yep, this one should go one up. So now it really should look like a pyramid or somewhat. Alright, I hope this video was helpful and thank you for watching.